Capricorn, welcome to your hopes, fears, and reality spread. As per usual, you can click right on that description box below and it will talk about the significance of the spread as well as the placement of each card. Here we go. Ooh, Capricorn. It looks to me like you are willing to gauge in conflict in order to bring forth change. Okay, this is all about, the death card is all about transformation. Okay, and the conflict of the Five of Swords is an energy of chaos. You know, it's one of those battles where in some cases it feels like somebody's overconfident. Okay, so in this particular case, you are confident that if you come forward with conflict, that it's going to initiate some sort of change. Now, this conflict that you're bringing forward, it may not be the conflict that you're looking for. You might intend to come in with just truth, some knowledge, some facts about a situation that somebody is ignoring. You might want to come in with constructive criticism, but ultimately it is going to be conflict and it is going to be chaotic because you recognize the other person does not want to accept what you're coming in with. So you're going into this knowing that it's going to be a battle, a struggle to get the other person, or just to get the overall environment to transform, to change somehow. In your fears, you recognize that you could, you recognize that you're doing this because you want the situation to get better. But somewhere deep inside, you fear that there's a possibility the situation might be worse. The person could appraise the situation and choose to break up the bond. Okay? So you're like, this change needs to happen for the betterment of us. So I'm going to bring in all my facts and all my truth, even though the other person doesn't want to hear it. And I'm hoping to let them see what changes need to be made in order for something to happen. But you recognize that all of that can be rejected and it will break the bond of the energy tie between you and this person, or you and this group, because this could be a group that we're talking about here. The reality of the situation is, and I can see why this part makes you nervous, because you are not prepared to make the choice to walk away. Okay? And it's hard to debate. You know, it's really hard to debate with somebody if you aren't prepared to tell them to go to hell. I know it sounds bad. I know it sounds bad. So it seems to me like you're bringing forth this conflict and truth out of love and out of concern for the other person, okay? Which is why it's hard for you just to be like, oh, I'm walking away from the table, because you care about this person. But you're also afraid that if you initiate this conflict, that this person will then be the one to sever that tie or create that distance between you and them. It's almost like you're watching your friend run off a cliff and you're trying to stop them from running off the cliff, and you know they're going to fight you about it, but you don't know if they're going to run off that cliff or not. There's got to be a better analogy than that, but that's all I can think of right now. Yeah, see, King of Pentacles, King of Cups, and the Three of Swords. So you're looking at this situation like that you should be in control of the resources. When I talk about resources, it's health, wealth, time management. You're looking at this situation as if you understand the emotions. You understand this person's emotions, and you understand your own emotions. And you're going, no, my emotions are better. So here's what's really happening, Capricorn, and now I understand the fear section a little bit more. You're bringing in this conflict and this change because you want control of the situation. But you might be doing it under the guise of, I know what's best for you. Because that's what I'm getting from these two cards here. I know what's best for you. So this is what I need you to do. And the other person, you know the other person is going to be defensive. So be careful with that. because you could wind up breaking two hearts in the process. You see, you're coming at this from a place where you know there's going to be conflict. So you've thought about this situation and you've decided how you want to manage this situation, what you would do in this person's situation. Have you really heard this other person out or this other group out? What is their perspective on the situation? Because you might come in and sound like you're very controlling when all you want to do is help. And if you come in with this controlling and conflictive attitude, the other person might hightail it the other way, and then everybody loses. What I would say, Capricorn, is to really stop and think, ask more questions, give less demands, and look for compromise. Because it sounds to me like you've decided what's best for the group, but you haven't actually really checked in with the group yet. I hope you found a message that serves your highest good, and I'll see you guys next week.